Most people think fruit is always good for the body, but what if some of the fruits sitting in your kitchen right now are quietly working against your circulation, your hormones, and even your ability to maintain a strong erection? Today, we're going to talk about something that many people feel but rarely discuss openly, especially as we get older, and that is changes in sexual health. This is not just about intimacy, it is about blood flow, heart health, confidence, and overall well-being. If you or someone you love has noticed changes in performance or energy, this conversation matters more than you might think. Before we begin, take a moment to tell us in the comments where you're watching from, and whether you've ever noticed certain foods affecting how your body feels. Your experience might help someone else who is quietly going through the same thing. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to like the video so more people can discover it. As we age, the body becomes more sensitive to what we eat. Certain foods can support healthy blood vessels and hormone balance, while others can slowly interfere with them. Today, we will gently walk through 4 fruits that may weaken erections when consumed in excess or under certain conditions, and 4 fruits that can help support stronger, healthier function. 1. Watermelon. Watermelon is often seen as a refreshing and harmless fruit, especially during warm days, and in moderate portions it can indeed support hydration and even circulation. However, the concern begins when it is consumed in large amounts, particularly when the fruit is overly ripe or when it comes in processed forms like packaged juices or sweetened watermelon drinks. At that stage, the natural sugars become highly concentrated and are absorbed quickly into the bloodstream, leading to sudden spikes in blood sugar. Over time, repeated spikes like this can place stress on the blood vessels and reduce their flexibility, which is essential for proper blood flow. For older adults, whose metabolism and insulin sensitivity may already be slower, this effect becomes more noticeable. Since a strong erection depends heavily on healthy, responsive blood vessels, anything that gradually damages circulation can have a direct impact. So while watermelon itself is not harmful, the key is portion control and choosing it in its most natural, fresh form rather than consuming it excessively or in processed versions. 2. Canned fruits may seem like a convenient and even healthy choice, especially because they are often marketed as a simple way to include fruit in the daily diet, but the reality is a bit more complicated. Many canned fruits, such as peaches, pears, or mixed fruit cocktails, are packed in heavy syrup rather than natural juice, and that syrup contains a large amount of added sugar. When consumed regularly, this extra sugar can quietly raise blood glucose levels and, over time, contribute to insulin resistance. For older adults, this is especially important because the body's ability to regulate sugar becomes less efficient with age. As blood sugar remains elevated, it can begin to damage the lining of blood vessels, making them less flexible and less able to deliver proper blood flow. Since healthy circulation is essential for maintaining a firm erection, this gradual damage can have a direct effect on sexual health. Choosing fresh fruit or canned options labeled, "no added sugar," or "packed in water," can make a meaningful difference without requiring a major change in routine. 3. Dried fruits such as raisins, dried mango, dates, and apricots are often viewed as a healthy snack, especially because they come from natural sources and are easy to store and eat. However, what many people do not realize is that once the water is removed from fresh fruit, what remains is a much more concentrated form of sugar. This means that a small handful of dried fruit can contain the same amount of sugar as several pieces of fresh fruit, but without the same feeling of fullness. As a result, it becomes very easy to eat more than the body can comfortably handle. For older adults, this can quietly lead to repeated spikes in blood sugar levels throughout the day, especially when dried fruits are eaten as snacks between meals. Over time, these spikes may contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, and reduced energy levels. In addition, frequent high sugar intake can interfere with the body's hormonal balance, including testosterone levels, which play an important role in maintaining sexual health and desire. Another important point is that some dried fruits are coated with extra sugar or preservatives to improve taste and shelf life, which further increases their impact on the body. When circulation and hormone balance are affected together, the result can be a noticeable decline in performance and stamina. This does not mean dried fruit must be completely avoided, but it should be treated more like a small treat rather than a daily staple, and choosing unsweetened, natural varieties in limited portions is a much safer approach for long-term health. 4. Very acidic fruits such as oranges, lemons, grapefruits, and pineapples are often praised for their vitamin C content and refreshing taste, and in reasonable portions they can certainly support the immune system. However, when these fruits are consumed in excess, especially on an empty stomach or in highly concentrated forms like juices, they can begin to irritate the digestive system, particularly in older adults whose stomach lining may already be more sensitive. This irritation can lead to discomfort such as acid reflux, bloating, or a burning sensation, and over time it may interfere with how well the body absorbs essential nutrients. When nutrient absorption is not optimal, the body may struggle to maintain proper balance in key areas such as energy production, nerve function, and hormone regulation. These systems are all quietly connected to sexual health, even if the connection is not immediately obvious. In addition, frequent digestive discomfort can reduce appetite or lead to irregular eating patterns, which further affects overall vitality. When the body is not receiving or properly processing the nutrients it needs, it becomes harder to support healthy blood flow and stable hormone levels. This combination can gradually impact performance and stamina. The goal is not to avoid acidic fruits completely, but to consume them in moderation, pair them with other foods to reduce their intensity, and pay attention to how your body responds. A balanced approach allows you to enjoy their benefits without placing unnecessary stress on your digestive system and overall health. And these 4 fruits can help strengthen your erection. 1. Berries such as blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries may look small and simple, but they carry a powerful combination of nutrients that can support the body in very meaningful ways, especially as we get older. One of their most important benefits comes from their high antioxidant content, particularly compounds called flavonoids, which help protect the lining of blood vessels from damage. Healthy blood vessels need to remain flexible and open to allow proper circulation, and this is essential for maintaining a strong and lasting erection. As the body ages, oxidative stress can slowly damage cells and reduce the efficiency of the circulatory system. Berries help counter this process by reducing inflammation and supporting the production of nitric oxide, a substance that helps blood vessels relax and expand. When blood vessels can expand properly, blood flow improves, not only to the heart and brain, but also to other areas of the body that rely on healthy circulation. Another important advantage of berries is that they are naturally lower in sugar compared to many other fruits, and they contain fiber that slows down sugar absorption. This helps prevent sudden spikes in blood sugar, which is especially important for older adults trying to maintain stable energy levels and protect their vascular health. Including a small serving of fresh berries in your daily routine, whether with breakfast or as a light snack, can be a gentle yet effective way to support circulation, protect your blood vessels, and contribute to overall vitality without placing stress on your system. 2. Bananas are one of the most familiar and accessible fruits, but their benefits go far beyond simple convenience. They are especially rich in potassium, a mineral that plays a key role in maintaining healthy blood pressure. As we age, blood pressure can become more difficult to control, and when it remains elevated, it can gradually damage blood vessels and restrict proper circulation. Since a strong erection depends on steady and sufficient blood flow, maintaining healthy blood pressure is an important part of supporting sexual health. Potassium helps balance the effects of sodium in the body, allowing blood vessels to relax rather than remain tight and constricted. When blood vessels are more relaxed, blood can flow more freely throughout the body, including to areas that require strong circulation for proper function. This simple process can make a noticeable difference over time, especially when combined with other healthy habits. Bananas also provide a steady source of natural energy due to their combination of carbohydrates and fiber. Unlike sugary snacks that cause quick spikes and crashes, bananas release energy more gradually, helping to support stamina and reduce fatigue. For older adults who may experience lower energy levels, this steady support can contribute to overall vitality and confidence. In addition, bananas contain small amounts of vitamin B6, which supports hormone regulation and brain health, both of which are connected to mood and physical performance. Including a banana as part of your daily routine, whether in the morning or as a midday snack, is a simple and gentle way to support circulation, energy, and overall well-being without placing strain on the body. 3. Pomegranates have been valued for centuries as a symbol of vitality, and modern research is beginning to explain why this fruit is so often associated with strength and longevity. One of the most important benefits of pomegranates is their ability to support healthy blood flow. They are rich in powerful antioxidants, particularly polyphenols, which help protect the inner lining of blood vessels from damage and support their ability to expand and contract properly. This flexibility is essential for maintaining a strong and consistent erection. Another key factor is their role in supporting nitric oxide activity in the body. Nitric oxide is a natural compound that helps blood vessels relax, allowing more blood to flow through them when needed. As we age, the body may produce less nitric oxide, or it may become less effective, which can directly impact circulation. Pomegranate, whether eaten as fresh seeds or consumed as pure, unsweetened juice, may help improve this process and support better vascular function over time. In addition, pomegranates may help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which can quietly interfere with hormone balance and overall energy levels. When inflammation is lower and circulation is stronger, the body is better able to maintain its natural rhythms, including those related to sexual health. It is important to choose pomegranate products carefully, as many store-bought juices contain added sugars that can reduce these benefits. A small serving of fresh pomegranate seeds or a glass of pure juice, taken regularly but in moderation, can be a gentle and natural way to support blood flow, protect vascular health, and contribute to improved vitality as part of a balanced lifestyle. 4. Avocados are often overlooked in conversations about fruit, yet they offer a unique set of benefits that can strongly support the body, especially when it comes to hormone balance and circulation. Unlike most fruits, avocados are rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, which play an important role in maintaining heart health and keeping blood vessels flexible. Healthy blood vessels are essential for proper blood flow, and as we know, consistent and strong circulation is a key factor in maintaining a firm erection. These healthy fats also contribute to the production of hormones, including testosterone, which naturally declines with age. While no single food can dramatically increase hormone levels on its own, providing the body with the right building blocks helps it maintain balance more effectively. In addition, avocados contain vitamin E, which supports blood vessel health, and vitamin B6, which plays a role in mood regulation and brain function, both of which are closely connected to overall vitality and confidence. Another important benefit of avocados is their ability to help regulate cholesterol levels. By supporting higher levels of good cholesterol and reducing harmful cholesterol, they help prevent the buildup of plaque in the arteries. This allows blood to flow more freely throughout the body, including to areas that depend on strong circulation for proper function. Adding a moderate portion of avocado to your meals, whether alongside vegetables, whole grains, or lean protein, can be a simple and nourishing way to support heart health, hormone balance, and long-term physical well-being. Let us take a closer look at how these small daily choices quietly shape the way the body functions over time. Many people believe that changes in performance are simply a natural and unavoidable part of aging, and while aging does bring changes, the story is often more connected to lifestyle than we realize. What we eat every day, even something as simple as fruit, can either support the body's systems or slowly place strain on them. Consider another real-life situation that reflects what many families experience. A retired couple in their early 70s made it a habit to enjoy fruit together every evening. It felt like a healthy routine, something light and natural after dinner. But over time, they leaned more toward convenience, choosing canned fruit in syrup and sweet dried snacks because they were easy to store and required no preparation. Months passed, and they began to notice subtle changes. Energy levels were lower, sleep became less restful, and there was a gradual loss of physical confidence that neither of them spoke about openly. When they eventually discussed these concerns with a healthcare provider, the issue was not a single major illness, but a combination of small, repeated habits. Their sugar intake was higher than they realized, and their bodies were no longer processing it as efficiently as before. This affected blood sugar stability, which in turn influenced circulation and even hormone balance. Once they made gentle adjustments, replacing sugary options with fresh berries, adding bananas in the morning, and occasionally including foods like pomegranate and avocado, they began to feel a gradual shift. Their energy improved, their digestion became more comfortable, and over time, their sense of vitality started to return. What this shows is that the body responds to consistency. It does not require extreme diets or sudden changes, but it does benefit from awareness and balance. Scientific studies have long shown that stable blood sugar, healthy blood vessels, and reduced inflammation all play a role in maintaining physical function, including sexual health. When these systems are supported through better food choices, the body often finds its way back to a more stable and comfortable state. Here is the part that often surprises people the most, and it is something many do not hear until much later than they should. Difficulties with erections are not only about intimacy, they are often one of the earliest visible signs that the blood vessels in the body are no longer as healthy as they once were. The vessels involved in this function are smaller and more sensitive than those around the heart, which means they tend to show problems sooner. In many cases, changes here can appear years before more serious conditions such as heart disease become obvious. This is why the connection to everyday foods, including fruit, becomes so important. When the body is repeatedly exposed to high levels of sugar from processed or overly concentrated sources, it can lead to gradual damage inside the blood vessels. They become less flexible, less responsive, and less able to carry blood efficiently. At the same time, inflammation can increase, and hormone balance may begin to shift in subtle ways. None of this happens overnight, which is why it often goes unnoticed until the effects become more difficult to ignore. On the other hand, when the body receives steady support from foods that protect circulation, reduce inflammation, and help maintain stable blood sugar, it creates a very different outcome. Blood vessels remain more open and responsive, energy levels stay more consistent, and the body is better able to maintain its natural balance. This is not about quick fixes or temporary solutions, but about understanding that small, daily choices quietly build either strength or weakness over time. So the most important message here is not fear, but awareness. What may seem like a minor habit, such as choosing one type of fruit over another, can slowly shape the health of your blood vessels, your energy, and your overall quality of life. When you begin to see it this way, even simple decisions at the table become meaningful steps toward protecting your long-term health and maintaining your confidence as the years go on. The goal is not to remove fruit from your life, but to choose wisely and listen to your body. Fresh, natural, and balanced choices can support your circulation, your hormones, and your confidence. Reducing overly processed, sugary options while adding nutrient-rich fruits can make a real difference over time. Small changes, done consistently, often bring the most meaningful results, especially as we age. If this conversation helped you see your daily habits in a new way, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone you care about, because these are topics many people are too shy to bring up, yet they affect so many lives. And remember, taking care of your body is not about perfection, it is about awareness, patience, and making choices today that support a healthier tomorrow.